Okay, I don't mean to alarm anyone in this room, but it has just come to my attention that the person to your left is a liar. The person to your right is a liar. In fact, the person in your very seat is a liar. We're all liars. Why? Because we choose to believe and create unrealistic expectations and definitions of what human connection should be. What is human connection? It's when an individual interacts with those around them, feels truly heard, seen, valued. Interconnectedness, the state of being connected. To think that people care about you. They won't judge you. They'll help you in times of need. And I'm here to tell you that all of that is absolutely farce. It's all just a thin veneer of being associated to one another. The Great Interconnectedness Farce, a comedy of modern life. Hello, everyone. Today, I want to talk about something that has been branded as the ultimate truth of our modern existence: interconnectedness. We hear it everywhere, from TED Talks to Instagram captions. It's become the avocado toast of philosophies. Trendy, well loved, and honestly, a little overrated. So let's dive right into the interconnectedness farce and see why it might have just become the punchline of our modern existence. What is interconnectedness? We often hear that it's this beautiful, grand narrative where every thread contributes to a vibrant whole. We are bound together by numerous connections. But what if I told you that those threads were mere illusions? Our connections are often superficial, held together by convenience than direct care. Okay, picture this. You're scrolling through your social media feed and you come across this meme that says, "We're all one big happy family on this planet." The next thing you know, you read about a celebrity advocating for climate change while sipping on a non recyclable cup of coffee. This is interconnectedness, a tangled ball of yarn, frustrating and chaotic. You may think I sound pessimistic, but no, I'm being realistic. I agree, there is a line of difference between the both, but unfortunately, that line is almost negligible because today's reality is often pessimistic. Interconnectedness as a farce. We always view it as this grand narrative. It's so overwhelming, but is it really? In the age of social media, that connection has become superficial. We have traded genuine connections for digital validations. Our phones are buzzing with information from every corner of the world. We can track every climate crisis, social injustice, trending diet fad, and yet the people who live right down the street remain a mystery. It's a comedy act where the punchline is, "Who is your neighbor?" Really, how many of us know our neighbors? In the age of social media, what does it mean to be connected? Is it simply the act of knowing someone's social media handle? Is it simply liking their post and feeling connected? Is a like really equivalent to an emotional hug? Spoiler alert, no, it's not. Connection is when you're able to be there for a person, for them, with them, through their highs, their lows, their victories, and even failures. Coming to humans and self interest. Consider this. How often do you prioritize the well being of a stranger over your own? We only care about ourselves. We come first before anything and everything. This trait isn't inherently negative, it's just become a part of our survival. Our decisions are so chaotic. You may think, what does that have to do with anything? We live connected by a web of shadows, each thread binding us together. Interconnectedness is not just the altruistic, seamless connections. It's often the intricate and chaotic web of choices that we make every day on a daily basis. From the words you choose to say in a moment of frustration, to the companies you support, the food that you buy, all these decisions may seem insignificant. However, they affect the lives of others, they echo in other people's lives. I have a vivid, albeit dreaded memory from when I was 8. My parents and I were headed to the shopping mall and we were traveling by the metro train. And we were kind of late, so being true to my boundlessly energetic nature, I bolted ahead to catch the train. And when I did, I had a look of triumph on my face. I stood there grinning broadly, feeling like LeBron James. I turned around, hoping to see my parents there. But then, my heart plummeted. To my absolute horror, the doors slammed shut on my face before they could get in. I can still remember my dad banging on the glass doors of the train. He ran alongside the train till the platform gave way to tracks. By the ways, it was the ladies' compartment that I got into. Now I know what everyone is thinking. All those kind, compassionate women helped me out, reunited me with my family. I owe my life to them. No, no, no. All those aunties stayed put to their seats as if they were nailed down there. All of them started smiling at me. Even after 6 long years, I failed to understand what is hilarious about a little 8-year-old girl who got lost and separated from their parents. Some of them looked at me with morsels of pity on their faces. Fortunately, I had a higher IQ level than all of this combined, so I took out my phone, I called my dad, who instructed me to disembark at the next station, and because I was smart enough to do that, I stand here safe today. But had I been younger, or in this case, dumber, I shudder to think what would have happened to me. Coming to the paradox of awareness, information is everywhere. We are aware of everything. But the idea is that awareness leads to action, right? But instead, we scroll, we post, we forget. We like a post, we endlessly yap about something online, and we feel like we're global citizens. I made an impact by commenting on this post. I made an impact because my followers saw what I posted. It's useless. Awareness without action is absolutely useless. Our actions resemble that of a toddler throwing a tantrum. I'm not saying that awareness isn't important. It is. I stand before you today to speak about the endless debate, one that's been fought on every social media platform, every workplace, your school, in fact, maybe your own head at 3 a.m. when you're lying wide awake, contemplating your life choices. The great debate between awareness and action. We are aware. Everyone is aware. If awareness were a currency, we would be millionaires by right now. Here's the problem. We're so good at being aware, we forget to act on it. Awareness without action is absolutely useless. It's like knowing the recipe to a cake but never baking it. It's like knowing that you're hungry, but you just go and stand in front of the fridge, waiting for a sandwich to make itself. It's useless. Having a gym membership, never setting foot in the gym, useless. I'm not saying awareness isn't important. It is. It's like the first step to a 12-step program. The first step being, hi, I'm aware, dot, dot, dot. But then we do nothing. We skip the most important part. The second part, action. Why? It requires effort. It may even require getting up from your couch. The couch is so comfortable, I know. But without action, awareness leads to nothing. What if Martin Luther King Jr. awarenessed his way through life? I have a dream would have been more like, I have an idea. No speeches, no motivation, no movements. Just him alone in his room, thinking deep thoughts. The world doesn't need more awareness, it needs more action. The people who make differences aren't the ones who are endlessly tweeting, posting, and yapping online. They're the ones who get out there, roll up their sleeves, and take action. And see, action doesn't have to be this grand vision that you have in your mind. You can start small. Send that email that you've been putting off. Volunteer for that cause that you're so passionate about. Take a walk, not because you know you should, because it's time to act. The world doesn't need more awareness, it needs action. And as the saying goes, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Reframing interconnectedness. How do we reframe this concept? When we understand that our efforts at connections are just a mere performance, we can start asking better questions. How do we convert? How do we transform our digital connections into meaningful ones? Stop looking at interconnectedness as this grand tapestry. Look at it as a messy, chaotic interconnectedness. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to know everyone around you. Start small. Find humor in your digital faux pas. As a socially anxious ambivert myself, who struggles to ask for extra tissue paper at a burger shop, I mean every word when I say, embrace the awkwardness of reaching out to your neighbor, getting to know their story instead of just simply liking their posts. Because true interconnectedness comes from shared laughter, failure, and even vulnerability. Interconnectedness doesn't have to be superficial. It doesn't have to be perfect. Look at interconnectedness as a messy, chaotic thing. In the end, we're all just trying to navigate this huge, crazy world together. So the next time you hear the word interconnectedness, remember this. It's a farce. A messy, delightful, and sometimes even ridiculous farce. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's frayed in the edges, burnt in the corners, but full of vibrant connections. It's not the seamless connections that create authenticity. It's the bumps and breaks that create authenticity. That's where we come in. You don't have to do anything that's perfect and grand. Start small, take action. Let's learn into it, lean to it, and maybe, just maybe, find a way to create true, genuine connections that truly matter. Thank you.